All right, let's run our liquidity narrative for the week. As always, we'll be starting with Nasdaq, which is the USTEC. As we can see, we always use our weekly dealing range. But in this week, we have seen that our dealing range has been taken out, which is the external range liquidity at this level. Price has run out of that particular external level as at last week, and this is where we are. So what do we do when it seems like the analysis is getting harder, whereby there is no historical price action to lead the way or direct the way. So we have to call for a help using our dollar index. So starting with the dollar index, we'll be looking at this our dealing range, the weekly dealing range, using the weekly dealing range, which is the high at this level while the low at this level. As at last week, price ran into this level, which has a gap and also a level in the monthly time frame, also a gap in the monthly time frame. The question is, will price continue to go down or will it respect this level? So if we move back to the weekly time frame, I want to see price respecting this level. So if you drop on the daily time frame, there is also a gap. So the three higher time frame are corresponding together. So based on the price action, we want to see price respecting this level, at least going up to rebalance all this inefficiency. It might get to this zone, respecting the zone, this gap maybe to this level or this level. So that being said, using our USD dollar index, we've seen that price is at a level that is very key to our trading. So that has shown us the level or the area or the path that US dollar is going to be taking. We want to see price respecting this level, then to start to go up a little bit to rebalance all this inefficiency and the gap we have. So moving back to our USTEC, which we don't have a historical data to help us or guide us in our price. So what are we looking at? Our weekly dealing range has been taken out, meaning that a new price has broken out of these all-time highs of the weekly time frame. So what's the expectation? On the US tech, we want to see price dropping down to rebalance the inefficiency as we watch to see levels price might apparently get to on those US tech using the weekly time frame. So if we drop to our daily time frame on this area, we have to watch and see what price we do as the market regime. Remember, is not prediction, is price action narrative, narrating the story of price action and what price is likely to do. So we watch as a market regime to see how more high that US tech we go a little bit before dropping down. But I'm expecting more of a drop into this level. But we watch and see what will happen in the US tech as a market regime, starting from the weekly. We watch to see, then drop into the daily time frame, even to the 4H to see what market has actually been doing. Has it given us a clue of coming down using US tech only, the Nasdaq only? It has not really created much reason to see a drop even from the lower time frame. If it drop more to the 15-minute time frame, yes, 15-minute time frame has given a little clue of what will happen of it dropping as market apparently has shifted on the 15-minute time frame here. So will price continue to go up to take out this previous week high, all-time highs before dropping? So our eyes will be on this level to watch price probably going up to take out this high and go a little bit up to start coming down, or will price start coming down from this particular level. That's what we'll be looking at, and then watch the price to drop to those areas to fill back all these levels, balance the inefficiency that we have on the from the daily time frame to the 1 week or the weekly time frame. These are the areas we are looking at. Price coming back, respecting the gaps it has created on its way up. That's that for the USTEC using the help of dollar index. So moving on to our next pair, which is the British pound USD, we still have a weekly dealing range that can help us on historical price action, which apparently we'll be using on our own narrative. So this remains our dealing range, the highs of our dealing range and the low of our dealing range. Within the dealing range where is price at the moment, we can clearly see that price is at the premium zone of the dealing range, respecting this fair value gap as the market closed for the week in those weekly fair value gap price respecting that zone. Then will price, the question is, will price continue to go a little bit higher to maybe respect this other block or maybe, but I believe that the price using the price action price will be respecting this level. So if we drop to our daily time frame, this is where we are. It's also on the daily time frame, clear up this high, the all-time high, and at the moment, respecting the fair value gap on the weekly time frame, it might apparently go up a little bit if we want to before dropping, but we want to see price rebalancing itself to feel all this inefficiency in the market that has been created, the weekly gap, maybe it might get to this level. So this is the areas we're looking at price to get back to this level, which is a weekly gap, and this level, which is a daily gap if price continue to go down on this level before it can get to this level, which is an order block on the daily time frame. These are the area we want to see price. So if we drop lower to the 4 hedge, let's see what price has done. Apparently, as price ran into those weekly fair value gap and it went back to, it took out this high, so created a new weekly high. As the market will resume, this will be a new weekly high. The question is, will price go up a bit to take out this previous weekly high before going down to rebalance itself? Will price continue to go down to create a shift in the market and probably return back after creating a shift in the market before dropping back? So we watch as the market opens to give us a clue of what price we're doing. If we drop even closer to the 1 hedge, we can see that price ran into that zone, came back into that zone to show and still respecting that zone. So let's watch this area is a key level and price might just make a shift, return back before going down to rebalance all those inefficiency it has created using the weekly, the daily, the 4 hedge time frame. So we watch the market and let the market give us a clue on where to take the trade using the lower time frame, the 1 hedge, the 15-minute time frame, or on the 5-minute time frame, depending on the kind of trader you are. But do not rush the market. Hold on and see what the market will do as the market resume this Sunday night, and watch the market Monday and see what it is going to tell you. Remember, it's not a price prediction, it's narrating the story of price action and to see what price action, what price has for us in store this week. So we'll be moving next to our next pair, which is the Euro USD. So going to the Euro USD, also Euro USD still has a range within the week that we are watching on, and it traded all few all this inefficiency, respecting the order block on the weekly time frame, took out the daily highs as we can see. It took out the daily highs, respecting the weekly order block on the higher time frame. Then we still have an order block on the monthly time frame. Will price continue to go up or will price respect all these order block? That's the question that we have. So our narrative this week remains that we want to see price respecting this area, this daily range. So on our daily range, price is at the premium zone of our weekly dealing range, which is the high here and the low this level. So price is reacting at the order block on the weekly time frame, and if we drop on the daily time frame, what has been happening? Price took out this previous highs on the daily time frame. It has run out liquidity and created this as at the market close on Friday. The question is, are we expecting price to drop at this particular key level that price is at this moment? If we drop more on the 4H to see if there has been any clue of price dropping as we enter into the market, yes, just like price did on the British pound USD, price ran into this weekly order block, dropped a little bit, then took out liquidity on this level, created a new highs, which will also be our previous week high as the market resumed. The question is, will price run back to clear this previous week high, or will price continue to go down at this particular point in time? You want to see price at least give us a shift in the structure of the market, kind of market shifts in this particular area, or probably go up a little bit. I don't want to see price going up a little bit because it has already done that before the week closes. So if we drop on one hedge and four hedge, 15-minute, 5-minute time frame, we begin to watch to see what price action that is going to create as a market open to give us an entry for the week. I want to see price at least going back to rebalance itself and fill those inefficiencies, even if price will continue to go up, at least to come down, rebalance itself before it can resume on its way up. So we watch this area to see what price is going to be doing, the price action and your pattern of trading to see what price is going to do on this particular area to give us an entry to go short, to um, leave the market or exit the market at least minimum of this particular area in the market on Euro USD and that of British Pound USD at least this level to leave the market at these areas, and that of USTEC um, to see what market we also do at this level using the USD dollar index at this level, which has given us a clue that market might probably go up a little bit, even if it's going to continue down, which has given us a clue to trade our Nasdaq. This is the narrative we this is our narrative this week. Remember, we are not predicting price. We are only watching price action to take action for the week. Thank you and have a lovely week of trading. Remember, a structure over speculation.